It'll be a spectacular wreck. Too bad no one will be around to see it.
If you had a machine to trap things in carbonite, what would you trap and how would you cover the utility bills?
I think that we're going to see a shark in episode 9. Guarantee it.
Daisy, if they start writing that into the script, run.
Hi, welcome to Comedy Parenting Radio. My name's Jerry Begley, and this is the only show that is saving up bitcoins for the man bun apocalypse. I want to welcome all of our guests that are our new guests from Saudi Arabia. We have some new guests from Florida and also from Oklahoma. Welcome to the Comedy Parenting Radio Show. Tonight we got a very special thing going on. Number one, we're recording. Whose garage is this that we got?
This Halil Shalom Shalakum. I think it's his garage, but we do have an old Datsun with 3 tires next to us.
Well, we're going to be recording remotely here, and the special show tonight is concerning Star Wars. We have 2 Star Wars nerds with us, maybe some of the best nerds in the Roaring Fork Valley near Aspen, how about the best nerds between Denver and Salt Lake?
It's a big claim, but I'll take that.
Yeah, so I want to welcome Dan to the show.
Howdy.
And Mats, welcome to Comedy Parenting Radio.
Very glad to be here.
Now, we have Matt here sitting next to me, and Matt is the person who put this all together. He's sort of like the Don King of promotion for podcasts of weirdness. And Matt, we're going to have you asking questions to these guys, and we're just going to turn them loose and let the fur fly here, okay?
Absolutely.
So try to keep it reasonable, and we'll be right back with the show.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Captain, I must inform you, you are listening to Comedy Parenting Radio.
All right, you're back with Comedy Parenting Radio. Matt, why don't you guys take it away on some of these questions? Star Wars.
Excellent. So more than fact, we're going based on opinion and trying to stay in the canon. We can jump right into questions if you want. Do you guys think that Kylo Ren will be redeemed in Episode 9?
Redeemed? How so?
From all of his evil-doing ways and his despondency with his parents and his disobedience from Luke and obvious resentment from Rey.
I think he needs to get an arm cut off to be a real Skywalker, but we'll see.
I think if this new trilogy is anything like the original, you're going to have the major villain redeemed at the end.
Oh, so a little bit of foreshadowing. Do you think at any point we'll see Rey in a Leia Jabba the Hutt outfit like we did in Episode 5?
Daisy, if they start writing that into the script, run.
Do you think there's any chance of Poe and Rey engaging in a romantic relationship?
I think if they do, they better not turn out to be brother and sister like Luke and Leia.
So before Episode 8, it seemed like most of the spaceships had unlimited fuel. And in Episode 8, there was an obvious instance where a ship ran out of fuel. Can you explain that?
It seemed very Battlestar Galactica to me.
I cannot explain that at all. It seems like a real plot hole there. I don't know.
Going very, very, very deep in the canon before anyone had control over it, can you tell me the first appearance of Boba Fett and your theories of his origin?
First appearance as in the order that the movies were released, or first appearance as in chronologically?
Yes, to both.
Chronologically, it was Episode 2, I believe, and in order that they were released.
On the planet of Camino.
Yeah. Episode 5.
Do you think the entire franchise stays true to its own canon?
I think there's everything with George Lucas and everything without.
Okay, personally, if you had a machine to trap things in carbonite, what would you trap and how would you cover the utility bills?
Twinkies, because they were going to be gone for a while, but I think somebody must have frozen them in carbonite.
Preservation.
And that's why we still have them again.
Well, they must have been able to freeze Han Solo's body at some point. Then he would have been back at home in the carbonite. Maybe there would have been hope for him.
If you had a personal carbonite freezing machine, what would you use to freeze in it?
The corpse of Han Solo.
Excellent. And we're sure he's dead at this point. Of all the creatures in the Star Wars films, which one would you prefer to find yourself inside to keep warm in a 0-degree Kelvin blizzard?
Chewbacca.
Excellent.
I thought he smelled bad on the outside.
Okay, you're listening to Comedy Parenting Radio, talking Star Wars here in the garage. We'll be right back.
One day I was walking and I found this big log. Then I rolled the log over. Underneath was a tiny little stick. And I was like, that log had a child. Listen, boy, someday when you are older, you could get hit by a boulder.
Speak up, because you can. Your mind is a powerful tool, and so is your freedom of speech. So use it. It's what separates you from being a number to being an individual. Thoughts, beliefs, opinions, creativity. It's what makes you, you. Stand proud and say it loud. Know your rights. Know your freedom to speak. This message is brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters, Education Foundation, and the Broadcast Education Association.
You're listening to Comedy Parenting Radio.
Okay, we're back with Comedy Parenting Radio Star Wars episode. I've got 3 smelly ski instructors in this little tiny spot with me here. I hope we make it through this thing. I'm going to turn it back over to Matt with the questions.
Can you give me a brief description of the type of respiratory infection that you think Admiral Akbar had?
He's the one that's been going around the ski school locker room, too. Needs some before and after photos of everyone's face from the season. We want to see if they're starting to look more like a fish.
Yeah, he must have been teaching some kids from some bizarre star systems that were bringing something very interesting with him. Also, it's a trap.
An international sickness that poor Akbar received from 4 kids. All right, this one gets a little weird. Marcia Lou Griffin, who married, then later divorced George Lucas, edited much of the original Star Wars films. Do you think her divorce was an effort to prevent Jar Jar Binks, or was there more political reasons behind it?
Wow.
Wait, the speculation there is that Jar Jar caused the divorce of a real-life couple?
Oh, that's what I've heard. So I didn't know if you had an opinion or a theory on the matter. It's a little bit outside the movies. It's more real life, but...
Well, the creature is so contentious that I could see it wreaking far much more havoc even than that in the real world.
How many parsecs did the Millennium Falcon make the Kessel run in?
Less than 12.
Excellent. DJ, played by Benicio del Toro, in Episode 8, reveals that the same arms dealer are profiting from selling weapons and military vehicles to the First Order and the Rebels. Do you draw any parallels to the U.S. or Russian arms dealers from this? And where would North Korea fit into the Star Wars canon?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was texting trying to sell some weapons. What were you saying?
DJ is an arms dealer, and he sells to both the Rebels and the First Order. Where do you think North Korea would fit into the Star Wars canon?
Well, obviously, if you're pairing off North Korea against the mighty U.S. Empire, they would be the Rebels in that scenario, but I'd like to see a North Korean X-Wing.
All right, we're going to do a little word association. We're going to go to some vehicles. And I want you to say the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the name of the vehicle. We can take turns, if that's okay. So when I say Millennium Falcon.
Waffle.
Cruiser.
X-Wing Starfighter.
Friels.
Xylophone.
TIE Fighter.
Bowtie.
Shish kebab.
Star Destroyer.
Ski hat.
What era of ski hat is that?
70s, obviously.
Cheese wedge.
Speeder bike.
Ninja 500.
I'm going to put a TikTok in there.
How about a sand crawler?
Grooming machine. Yeah.
Boulder.
How about a snow speeder?
Trying to think what else has harpoons and tow cables.
Snow speeders.
Whaling vessel.
Oh, excellent.
You guys are in a league of your own. You're listening to Comedy Parenting Radio. We'll be right back.
Are you stuck with a bratty little kid for the rest of the day? Maybe it's your grandkid, your neighbor's kid, or your own little brat because your spouse is a lousy parent. In any event, you can save yourself a big headache if you give them a copy of Dad the Tooth Fairy Didn't Come to look at. The funny pictures and big vocabulary will keep them busy for hours and hours while you sit on the couch and check your Facebook account. If you're looking for some peace and quiet, order your copy of Dad the Tooth Fairy Didn't Come from Amazon today.
All right. For $1 million and a free trip to Goshen, Indiana, what do the letters CPR stand for?
Cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
So sorry, they stand for Comedy Parenting Radio.
Okay, we're back from a break. Comedy Parenting Radio. Matt, take it away. We've got Mott's here and Dan. You guys are knocking them out of the park with some of these answers. Let's hear it.
So a little more on the film industry as a whole. Who do you think had the greater impact on Star Wars? Industrial Light and Magic, THX Surround Sound, or John Williams?
Oh, John Williams, definitely. Wouldn't have a movie without John Williams.
Do you think he has a bigger credit as to the box office numbers and people's passion for the movies?
I like to think so.
He's the only one that George Lucas does not control.
Wow, it's true. Wow.
Do you think neglecting to cast a shark in any of the movies had a negative impact regarding how popular a film Jaws was?
I think that we're going to see a shark in episode 9. Guarantee it.
I vividly remember a shark in episode 1.
A shark?
In the underwater chase to the Gungan homeworld.
Technically a shark or a shark-like creature? It was not a Jaws.
Why don't you let it bite you and then you tell us?
For someone that's never seen any of the Star Wars movies, where should they start and why?
I wouldn't be talking to him.
Machete order, clearly. 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. And 1 is optional at the end. Not to really diss 1 necessarily, but because it has no major impact into the core of the story going forward.
You've done a great many people a great favor by explaining that. Thank you.
Okay, I want to thank Matt for dragging these guys in here today. Actually, I noticed you didn't even have to drag them in. They came quite voluntarily. Dan and Moss, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And Matt, thank you for coming in today.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure to instigate.
And I have a special surprise for you guys.
What's that?
I won't be able to take you home in my car. However, I have the Millennium Falcon sitting out here right now, so just go ahead and step into the door and they'll drop you off at your place, okay?
I really wanted the Datsun, but okay.
Bye-bye.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.